not a mythology or any Hippocratic thing, but it's a scientific basis. So, further any delay, I will hand it over to Dr. Raviraj. Please welcome Dr. Raviraj.
एक फक्त 2-3 हाऊसकीपिंगच्या सूचना आहेत. टॉयलेट या तुम्ही बसता त्याच्या डावीबाजूला आहे. जी ज्या व्यक्ती मागून बाहेर त्यांनी इथे पुढे बसायची सोय केलेली आहे. ज्यांचे बसू शकतात त्यांनी कृपया बसून घ्यावं. आणि या सगळ्यांनी कृपया आपापले मोबाईल सायलेंटवर ठेवावे ही नम्र विनंती.
Good evening, friends. Once again, apology for delay. I am really happy that so many of you gathered here to listen about Vastu Shastra. Before that, I would like to narrate a small story. Rather, I would like to summarize Mahabharata before you. And probably for that, for a few minutes, I will talk in Hindi. महाभारत क्या हुआ क्या नहीं है हम सबको मालूम है, लेकिन कौरव और पांडवों में जब जमीन और जायदाद के ऊपर से अगर जो झगड़ा हुआ, तब एक समय ऐसा आ गया था कि दुर्योधन ने यानी एक निडल की नोक पर भी जितनी जमीन आ सकती उतनी भी देने के लिए उसकी तैयारी नहीं थी, लेकिन कुछ बुजुर्गों की मध्यस्थता से कारण इंद्रप्रस्थ की जगह उन्होंने पांडवों को दी। पांडवों ने उसका बहुत आनंद से स्वीकार किया और अपने इंद्रप्रस्थ नगरी की और अपने राज पैलेस की निर्मिति का उन्होंने शुरुआत की। ये सारा काम उन्होंने भगवान श्री कृष्ण के मार्गदर्शन से ही किया। और ये इंद्रप्रस्थ नगरी की निर्मिति के लिए ये जो काम था वो मयासुर को दिया गया। मयासुर एक राक्षस है, लेकिन वास्तुशास्त्र के जो पायोनियर्स है इसमें एक है विश्वकर्मा और दूसरे है मयासुर। इन दोनों का परिचय अगर देना है तो मैं कहूंगा कि विश्वकर्मा सभी देवी देवताओं के बिल्डर, डेवलपर, आर्किटेक्ट, इंटीरियर डिजाइनर माने जाते हैं, तो मयासुर राक्षसों के बिल्डर, डेवलपर और आर्किटेक्ट और इंटीरियर डिजाइनर माने जाते हैं। भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने मयासुर को जानबूझकर इस काम के लिए चुना, क्योंकि आगे क्या होने वाला है ये केवल भगवान श्री कृष्ण ही जानते थे। और जो छल कपट उन्हें वहां पे रखना था उस जगह के अंदर, वो सात्विकता का प्रतीक विश्वकर्मा नहीं कर सकता है। जो छल कपट का काम केवल राक्षस ही कर सकते हैं, इसलिए मयासुर को उन्होंने चुना था। मयासुर ने ये पूरा जो नगर है, वो राजप्रासाद जो है, वो बहुत ही बेहतरीन तरीके से बनाया। यानी इतिहास में इसको एक बहुत बड़ा मिसाल माना जाता है। लेकिन मयासुर ने यहाँ पे क्या किया? यहाँ पे मय सभा का निर्माण किया। मय सभा एक ऐसा भूल भुलैया था जहां पे आपको लगे कि ये जमीन है, तो वहां पे असल में पानी हुआ करता था, और जहां पे आपको लग रहा है पानी है तो वहां पे जमीन होती थी। और ये सब जो है उन्होंने क्रिस्टल यानी स्फटिक के माध्यम से निर्माण किया था। और वो जो मय सभा है, बेसिकली ऐसा हुआ कि जब इंद्रप्रस्थ नगरी का वो राजप्रासाद का उद्घाटन का समारोह हो रहा था, कई देशों के राजे महाराजे वहां पे आए और उनका बहुत अच्छी तरह से स्वागत किया गया। और मुख्य प्रासाद की ओर जाते समय इन्होंने बेसिकली वो मय सभा से जाने का रास्ता था। कई राजा महाराजा उस भूल भुलैये में गड़बड़ होती थी और वो पानी में गिर जाते थे। और एक हंसी मजाक चल रहा था। दुर्योधन भी आया, दुर्योधन का भी अचानक एक जगह पे उनका भी डिसीजन या उनका भी अंदाजा गलत गया और दुर्योधन पानी में गिर गया। ये देखकर द्रौपदी को बहुत खुशी हुई और द्रौपदी की ये खुशी देखकर दुर्योधन को बहुत गुस्सा आया और उसने उसी वक्त निश्चय किया कि मैं पांडवों का बदला लेकर रहूंगा। उसका फलस्वरूप आपको मालूम है कि कौरव और पांडवों का युद्ध हुआ। युद्ध का अंत क्या हुआ? कौरव कुल का संपूर्ण विनाश, जिसे हम वंश विनाश कहते हैं। 100 कौरव, उनके पुत्र और पौत्र यानी बच्चे और उनके नाती पोते सब मारे गए। पांडवों की हालत भी वही थी। पांडवों केवल 5 पांडव और द्रौपदी बचे, लेकिन उनके भी पुत्र और पौत्र यानी बेटे पोते वगैरह सब मारे गए। ये कथा मैंने क्यों बताई आपको मालूम? इस कथा से ये साबित होता है कि जिस वास्तु के ब्रह्म स्थान में यानी सेंटर पॉइंट में, सेंटर पॉइंट नहीं कहूंगा, सेंट्रल रीजन में खड्डा और पानी आता है, तो वो वास्तुशास्त्र के हिसाब से गंभीर वास्तु दोष माना जाता है। ऐसे भवन में रहने वाले लोगों पे एक के बाद एक संकट आते ही रहते हैं और कभी कभार इसका जो अंतिम यानी एक्सेप्शनली ऐसे होता है, लेकिन कई बार वंश विनाश भी हो सकता है। यहां तक वास्तु दोष का दुष्परिणाम हमारे जीवन पर हो सकता है। So to make you understand how Vastu Shastra is, how ancient it is, and what are the effects of it, this is what the reason behind all this story. Now let us come to what is Vastu Shastra. Vastu Shastra is nothing but a science that deals with synchronization of 8 directions with 5 elements. In addition to this, it do consider the electromagnetic field of the earth, gravitational force, universal energies, and the cosmic energies emanating from different planets. Considering all this, the science of building a premises, dwellings or abode is nothing but Vastu Shastra. How ancient it is a $1,000,000 question. I can say it must be millions of years ancient. Because in Vedas we get one reference called Sthapatya Veda, and Sthapatya word itself that relates with architecture and civil engineering. So that is how ancient it is, and that is so when you come to know what is Vastu Shastra, so naturally I get 2 questions always from the audience. One, how scientific it is, and number 2, what are the benefits I am likely to get. So I think we can have that. Sure. So basically, to make you more to elaborate the 5 elements and 8 directions. Between the north and east, that is the northeast region, we have water element. Between south and east, southeast, that is Agni Kod, Agneya, that is fire element. Between south and west, southwest, that is Nairutya or earth element. Between north and west, northwest, that is Vayavya, and we have Vayu and air element. And in the center, that is called Brahma region, we can call it space or Akash. So this is how the 5 elements and 8 directions work. To be more precise, or the area of influence of each directions, here I would like to tell you that Vastu Shastra says every premises or every Vastu should be either square or rectangle. And considering the 4 right angles, 360 degree divided by 8, so that means each directions is having the area of influence of 45 degree. And even the color band shows these are the colors expected in each direction. So that doesn't mean that your house should be like a zebra or so many color bands. No. The symbolic representation of these colors in each direction will help you to create a harmonious or a positive atmosphere in your house. That is why these colors are mentioned here. Now, basically, as I told you, it's an ancient science. Before I elaborate it in the scientific perspective, I would like to tell you one thing. I like the word metaphysical. It's a really very appropriate word. The meaning of metaphysical means, meta means something related to spirituality, and physical, that itself is the self-explanatory, that is related to science. So basically, it's a combination of science with spirituality. Science can get you the luxuries of life. Science has limitations. Spirituality is endless. And where science ends, spirituality begins. And Vastu Shastra is a science that is a combination of science with spirituality. And according to me, the science that deals with, or that concept that deals with science and spirituality, according to me, it is a complete science. Because getting a luxury of life is a part of science. But ultimate peace of mind, satisfaction, it is only through spirituality. And the things that get you satisfaction and luxury together, and that is considered as a complete science. That is why it's a metaphysical science. So it's basically science with spirituality. So now, before going to science, what are the effects or the impact of Vastu Shastra on human life, about which we are going to talk in detail. In single sentence I can say Vastu Shastra can influence each and every aspect of human life. Whether it is wealth, whether it is health, whether it is academic progress, even the happy marital life, progeny, career, growth, stability. You name any aspect of human life, whether it's personal or at workplace or business. For your information, I tell you, I have done a Vastu Shastra of a prison also. You will be surprised how it is applicable to prison. I was visiting one of the famous jail in India, and fortunately, the superintendent of that jail happens to be my student. So we were having a round. While having a round, I saw or I heard a lot of shoutings in one of the cells. I asked my student, what is the matter here? He told me, sir, this is the biggest problem for me to handle this particular, so the prisoners in this cell. I simply look at my magnetic compass and I told him, you have completed a course from me and you don't know what is the problem here? This is a southeast region of your prison. So southeast means fire element. So the criminals with hardcore criminals means all with hot temper, and you are putting them in the fire element, what will happen? Their temperaments will flare up like anything. So you simply shift them to the northeast region, which is the region of water element and spirituality. And remember, my dear friend, within 3 months, we found drastic change in all those prisoners. So this is how Vastu Shastra can work on human life. And this is basically, I would say, is the true experience of my life. So every aspect of human life is influenced by Vastu Shastra, which is definitely, I am coming step by step in detail also. Now, as far as the scientific perspective is concerned, it's a very big subject. To establish the connection between the science and Vastu Shastra, I can talk for 9 hours. Of course, not here. When I teach my student, there are 3 lectures. We do conduct Vastu courses. Even for your information, it is available online. There are 24 lectures of 3 to 3.5 hours available through internet. If you visit my website, you will get all the information. So 3 lectures are devoted exclusively for scientific perspective. But I tell you, the tiniest part of any element is called as atom. So like that, in this universe, Our house is also can be considered as the tiniest part or the atom in this universe. Because this entire universe is made up of 5 elements. This universe is made up of 5 elements. The premises in which we stay, that is also made up of 5 elements, and we all are made up of 5 elements. Next slide. So basically, I tell you, in human body, if you find the 5 elements, that is why I am promoting or putting this concept, soul to universe. What is there in this human body is there in the universe, and what is there in the universe is same with this human body. So we have blood in our body that is 90% water. Next slide. Then, so that means water element is there. We breathe for 10 to 12 times in a minute. That means you can understand how air element is important for us. We need energy, which we call in the form of calories. So that is our fire element. There are so many cavities in the human body. If you open the mouth, there is a cavity. If you take nose, ear, heart, lungs, blood vessels, even the joints of the 2 bones, there are cavities, and all these cavities are nothing but the space element, and the flesh and bones is nothing but the earth element. So human body is made up of 5 elements. Even the house in which we stay, you take brick, mortar, steel, cement, everything comes from 5 elements and ultimately goes into the 5 elements. And universe, as you know very well, is also made up of 5 elements. So our soul resides in this body resides in this house or in this premises, and this premises is situated in the universe. This body needs energy interaction. Maybe solar energy, maybe the wind energy, the gravitation, the electromagnetic, so many type of energies we need. And these energies between the human body and the universe is the vastu that comes between. If this vastu is favorable for this energy exchange, we call it the vastu as per the principles of Vastu Shastra. And if it creates any obstacles for this energy interaction, we can simply say it has got some Vastu defects. So this is how basically I would like to narrate what exactly the scientific perspective it has. And of course, as far as the benefits are concerned, peace, prosperity, harmony, good relations, or coordination, cooperation, or even I can say every aspect. Even in corporate also, I do have one of my seminar. It's called as Role of Vastu Shastra in Corporate Management and Business Success. Right from leadership, team building, productivity, efficiency, every aspect of corporate or business life is also governed. Where you are supposed to keep the raw material, where the finished goods should be kept. Today morning in my exhibition, one of the fellow came to me and he said that I have so and so business, but my product is not moving. I simply asked him to draw the map. I knew, because even while he drawing, I told, I think you must be keeping all your finished goods in the southwest. And it was said. In short, हमारी हिंदी में कहना है, अगर साउथ वेस्ट में फिनिश गुड रखोगे तो फेविकॉल का जोड़ है, हिलेगा नहीं। अगर नॉर्थ वेस्ट में रखोगे तो बाहर जल्दी जाएगा। Even I do have one solo act play, 3 hours in Marathi as a stage show. तुमच्यापैकी मराठी असाल तर मी त्यांना ते पण सांगतो की मी माझ्या नाटकात एक डायलॉग होता की तुमच्या घरात जर एखादी उपवर मुलगी असेल तर तिला सुद्धा वायव्य दिशेत म्हणजे नॉर्थ वेस्ट मध्ये झोपवा. So I hope you can understand, and I mean it happens. I have done it in hundreds and thousands of families. So this is how about Vastu Shastra. So let us come to wealth. How Vastu Shastra influences wealth inflow. Wealth inflow is directly connected with the entrance of your house. These are the 5 best entrances: north, northeast, east. People say south is bad. No. Rather, I will say the way if you consider whatever the bad factor you have in south, double of it is a positive beneficial aspect. साऊथ किंवा दक्षिण दिशा जेवढी वाईट असते त्याच्या दुप्पट ती चांगली असते असं मला म्हणायचं आहे. सो बिटवीन साऊथ अँड साऊथ ईस्ट आर हार्डली आय कॅन से फ्रॉम साऊथ ॲक्सिस exactly on the 5 degree onward there is a small region and that is called as south of southeast which is absolutely positive door, and same is the case on the west front between west and northwest, west of northwest. So that means whether you have the approach road on north, south, east, west, on every main direction you have got a positive entrance. So this basically, the wealth that you get from these 5 entrances is, I can say, a very positive or everlasting and ever growing. Satvik Lakshmi, Samruddhi or ever growing, this is what you can have. Of course, from all other entrances also you do get an inflow of wealth, but that is not ever growing or everlasting. That is one of the biggest difference between these two. So, entrance. Apart from this wealth inflow, remember, everybody, rather it is like, entrance is like a nose. We breathe. So there with all so many contaminations or pollutions, we do take, but there are some filtration methods. So like that when you plan your entrance, the entrance should be planned in such a way, or if it is placed in these particular places, you can simply have the filtration of negative energies entering in your house. You can prohibit them through such entrances. This is another one important. Similarly, having a kitchen in southeast can protect your or can control your unproductive expenses. Having a vastu defect or making your vastu absolutely vastu compliant in the northwest also help you in controlling the expenditure, and keeping your treasury or an arrangement for keeping the valuables in the southwest will also ensure stability of your wealth or funds. Now, as far as northeast region is concerned, northeast, in this region you are supposed to have main entrance, living room, bathroom and abode of God. Northeast should be lightweight and maximum open space. At the same time, if you ensure underground water tank or any water body in northeast region, that simply enhances your progress. Or this type of arrangement or northeast corner can be considered as a corner for wealth inflow, academic progress and health. Furthermore, I would like to tell you, see, this is what you are supposed to have. In the northeast, if you have your living room in the northeast, you should have a system like the host should be able to sit in the southwest part of that particular room, and he should be able to face either north or east, so that sitting in the southwest, stable, facing northeast, under the influence of positive energy. Even in your office, if you ensure your cabin in the southwest facing northeast, you will be very stable and you will be very strong in communication. And the person sitting opposite to you facing southwest, that means he will be under the influence of negative energy, and to grab or influence such people is very easy. So that is why sitting in the northeast and facing sitting in the southwest facing northeast is really good. Here basically all of you are facing northwest. Here in this hall, you are all facing northwest and I am facing southeast. So basically in this case, in short, I can say southwest. So sir, if you want to conduct any crucial meeting, I am talking to the host. If you want to conduct any crucial meeting, always try to sit here. Let the people sit this way so that you can control them very